Hello. Day 12 of the Angel Face Meditation Challenge. Let's turn the music down. Another day. I'm excited to be here. I'm so happy that we're here on day 12, and it's so awesome to hear people's feedback and just all the nice things people are saying, and to hear that like these meditations are helping you and they're helping me. So I've been going back and listening to them. So for me, at least, it's amazing to have these recorded, and it's nice that the technology thus far has allowed me to save them. So I'm hoping we'll be able to save all 30 of them so that they can just live there and we can go back to them as much as we need. So I appreciate all the kind feedback so much. Again, I'm Grace. If you didn't know, I'm here for another meditation. We'll be here about 30 minutes. And today we're going to do a little breathing exercise, and then we're going to go into just some receiving some light and some healing. So first and foremost, if we just want to bring our hands to prayer position, you can close your eyes. And we just give thanks to ourselves for showing up, opening up this sacred space for us to do some healing and honor ourselves and our bodies. So thank you for being here with me. Today we're going to do a breathing exercise that is aimed at releasing some negative thoughts in our brains and reoccurring mental loops. So what we're going to do with this meditation is we're going to be standing up. I'm not going to stand because I don't have the video capacity for you guys to see my whole body, but I invite you to stand up, and we'll be standing here for about 3 to 4 minutes. And we'll go into a little journaling. If you don't have a journal, you can go grab one, or you can watch this later and redo it with the journal. And for now, you could just say things out loud or just think about them in your mind when we get to that point. But keep in mind, if you have a journal, you can grab your journal, and you're just going to be reflecting on some stuff after we do the breathwork practice. So again, like I said, the aim of this breathwork is to release some negative thought patterns, or at least shift them into a little bit of a different vibration. So again, like I said yesterday, we can't punish ourselves for the ways that we are existing in the moment, but we can work on releasing it for 1 to 3 minutes, can't we? 1 to 3 minutes. And if we really want to, maybe all 30 minutes of this meditation today. So we'll try. So we're going to begin by standing. Like I said, again, I'm not going to stand, but what you're going to do is just stand up. You can bring your hands to your heart, or just have your hands laying against your side. Palms up to the sky. So it could be against you with your palms up, or just laying against your body. I'll give you a minute to do that. And we're just setting the intention today, the thought that we are going to aim to release some negative thinking in our brain, thought patterns that cause us to stay in a loop where we feel like we can't release these thoughts and we're in a toxic sludge. So our intention today is to move and shift those energies within us and hopefully release these patterns. Begin to unravel them. So all you're going to do is just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I'm going to explain the breath patterning to you, and we're going to begin doing this for, 3 to 4 minutes. So I'll instruct you when we are finished, and you can sit down afterwards, and we'll go into the next element of this practice today. So just begin breathing in. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose 3 consecutive times, and then breathe out immediately through the mouth 3 times. They could be long, they could be short, whatever is comfortable for you. We're aiming to have longer breaths. So all you're gonna do is just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth 3 consecutive times each. We're gonna do this for the next 3 minutes, and I'm gonna do it with you so that way you can see what the patterning is. So as you're standing, just begin this breath. So breathing in through the nose. And remember, you don't have to match your breath with me. That you just have to breathe in 3 times through the nose, 3 times out through the mouth. So it doesn't have to be the same pace as me. Pace yourself, but continue to breathe in this pattern. So continuing to breathe that same pattern in through the nose 3 times, out through the mouth 3 times. You can remain with your eyes closed, continuing this breath. So at your own pace. Trust your body. If you begin to get lightheaded and you haven't done this practice before, take a moment and bring yourself back to your normal breathing pattern. Don't feel trapped by the breath. Allow it to be expansive. It might feel like it's cold or icy or painful coming into your stomach, into your mouth, but just continue to breathe as comfortably as you can. If you need to, you can just slow to your normal breathing pattern, but just continue to breathe in this same pattern, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Like I said, the aim of this breath pattern is for us to release some negative thinking in our brains, if only for these 3 minutes. And now slow your breath back down to its normal pace. Checking in with your body, bring your hands to your heart, feeling your heartbeat, feeling your breath. Feeling any differences you might feel from the beginning of this practice and now. And just take a moment to rest in this space and observe these changes, if there has been any, what has been difficult. When you're ready, you can sit down. Sitting in a cross-legged position, maybe you're in a chair, or we're going to be seated upwards. Like I said in the beginning, if you have a journal that you want to just take some notes on what we discuss, or you can say these thoughts out loud, or you can think them, but I think it's very powerful for us to either write or speak them out loud. But we're going to begin just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. As we're seated, bring our hands to our heart. And what I'm going to have you say or write is three things in your life in this moment that you forgive yourself for. And if you don't have your journal, you can say it out loud. If that feels too painful, you can just think it. But I suggest if you are able to, either write it down or say it out loud to release it. Three things that you forgive yourself for. And these can be emotions that you have displayed in certain times of your life. This can be fights or emotional trauma that you may have caused other people. This can be these self-deprecating thoughts that we give to ourselves all the time. Pain we have caused ourselves or others. Anything that you feel the need to release. And if you don't feel like you forgive yourself for these things, you can ask to be shown how to forgive yourself. So maybe listen to your inner voice, your inner guidance, your intuition. And just speak these out loud or write them down. And we'll give you a moment here to reflect. And allow yourself to forgive. And maybe your intuition, your inner voice gives you a remedy for how you can achieve this if you don't feel like you're ready to let go. But we're asking in this moment to release what we can. Find compassion for ourselves. And maybe this is a small thing that will lead you to the deeper, darker things that you don't want to mention even to yourself. But if they live inside us and continue to live inside us, they're just taking up space in our energy and in turn in our body, causing discomfort, inflammation. It's time to let it all go. And if emotions come up, allow them to surface. Maybe it feels like sadness. Maybe it feels like anger towards yourself or to the situation. But allow it to rise, come to the surface, be expressed and released. It's okay to let go. And today, my throat is clearing, a lot of energy is clearing in my throat right now. But today I was just thinking about, I was driving and I was just thinking about some things that I want to forgive myself for. Some things that I have done to myself. And this is bringing up this practice, this reminder that it's possible to just state these things and let them go. And sometimes when I feel like I don't know how to do that, I ask Source, my guides, my angels to help me with it, or my inner voice, my intuition, my higher self. So for me, sometimes what I'll do is I just speak it all out loud. So today I was driving and just talking out loud as if I'm talking to a therapist and just telling them every little fucked up story. Or maybe if you don't go to a therapist, maybe you talk to your priest. But just allowing yourself to express all those deep little secrets and allow them to surface so they don't fester inside you anymore. And if you're safe to do so, maybe you can express this feeling to the people that you may have damaged or hurt in the past. And only if it's safe to do so. Sometimes people's doors are closed and that's it, and they should stay that way. So really just look at what you need to do on your own end and allow forgiveness to happen for yourself and the situation. And we'll just take a moment here to release any more thoughts or feelings. And just take a moment too to acknowledge these things that we maybe want to forgive ourselves for, that we feel like are our fault or something. Take a look at them and see, are these truly our fault? Did we truly make a mistake? And then forgive ourselves for changing the situation in our mind to it being something where we messed up. Because usually that's the case. The story is bigger than we think it is. And then we're just going to go into some receiving so that we can move and shift the energy from what we just brought up. Just let go of. So you can lie down and close your eyes. Just continue with this breath, this breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, extending your breath. Allowing it to flow through your body, flow through any of those places where you feel little cramps or little tension from what we just brought up. Allow it to expand to the edges of the emotion, penetrate it, release it. And just close your eyes and let the emotions flow. We call in our angels, our guides, to help support us, to give us any other messages we might need in this moment. I'm calling in Reiki, opening up a portal through all time and all space into this video. So wherever you are, you're able to receive this energy. Whether you watch this now or later. And just breathe. Start to feel this energy, this golden light flowing up above your body. 5 inches above your body. And we ask it to flow into any parts of the body, the mind, or the emotions, or our spirit that want to be looked at, to be addressed in order for us to forgive ourselves, in order for us to have compassion for situations, for ourselves, for moments of angst and pain. We're not going to ignore the pain. We don't want to ignore the pain. We never want to ignore the pain. But we want to not let it overtake us. So imagine this golden light as a blanket laying over you now. And tucking you in. Flowing from the bottoms of your feet into your calves, your ankles. The back of your knees. Just keep breathing, receiving, relaxing now. It's okay to let go. It's okay to breathe deeper. It's okay if you feel like you can't. Just try. And feeling this golden light, this energy flow up into your thighs. Clearing any old stories in this space. Any physical or emotional pains in this space. Old injuries, emotional or otherwise. We're asking any energy that has moved or shifted today through our breath and through this healing be brought directly to the light, to be transmuted, cannot stay with you. If it's ready to go, we can release it today. If it's not ready to go, we can bring it to the surface and it will release on its own. Bring it to the surface, bring it to the surface, bring it to the surface. Releasing, let it go. Continue to breathe. Bringing it up now into our hips. Clearing this space. Any energy trapped here, any stories, any energies that are not ours. Bringing in this golden light as if it is a sun directly shining into the hips, the pelvis, our genitals, our lower back. Lots of energy gets stuck here. We're just asking to move it, shift it, change it, bring it to the surface, release it. Bringing it up to our lower stomach. Ooh, it feels good. Underneath our belly button, all the organs in this space, our intestines, our colon, all the good shit. Allowing us to release. Maybe we will physically release. Maybe it's emotional, but allowing us to feel it. See it, know it, taste it. Feel it as if it's your heart beating in your stomach. It doesn't feel painful, it feels good. If it feels painful, keep breathing deeper. Slow your breath down. If you feel nauseous, bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And breathe in with your mouth closed. Your tongue at the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. Just continue breathing. Imagining this golden light continuing to flow up through the center of us. Into our rib cage, our lungs, expanding throughout our body with our breath. And just picturing it as if it is a golden ball floating above your body, in and out of your body. Maybe it looks like liquid light. like flowing water. And maybe you can't see it, but you can feel it, and it feels warm. There might be certain areas of your body that feel cold. And if you're shaking, that is normal. We're moving, we're shifting, we're changing. We are always changing. We are always changing. I feel like it's like every 7 years. This could be an inaccurate fact, so I will double check myself. But I feel like it's something like every 7 years we get all new cells. So we are always changing every day. Our hormones are shifting and changing. Every moment is different. Every moment is a new opportunity for you to sink deeper, let more go, be truer to yourself. Feel more. Expand your breath. Trust yourself. And we ask this energy, this Reiki, to continue to flow into our heart space. Imagining it as if it is a golden ball of light sitting on top of your heart. Imagine it's as if it's one of those little clear balls that you get at like the yogurt shop. They're like a boba, but it's not squishy. It's clear and you chew it and then liquid comes out. Imagine it like that. It's a golden ball. And now it's opening and liquid is pouring into your heart. To the edges, the crevices, every little inch. We're still breathing. We are alive. If you want, you can hum as you enhance the flow of the energy. So with your mouth closed, just You might feel a little bit of a vibration of buzzing in your mouth. Continue to do this as the energy, the Reiki, continues to flow in your throat, into your throat, to your tongue and your teeth, your lips, the nerves in your mouth, your brain, your skin. Just making that humming sound as it flows in the throat. Like Frankenstein. See if you can extend it. How long can you extend it? How long can you push it? Comfortably. Don't make yourself dizzy. And this Reiki continues to flow into our eyes and our third eye, clearing any negative thoughts from our eyes, things we have seen from ourselves and from others that we wish to unsee. We ask to release the idea of regrets and just bring in the idea of compassion and forgiveness. And just allowing the energy to flow into your third eye, in between your eyebrows, and just imagining there is a little golden snake in the center of your head. And it begins to unfurl over your forehead. Slithering down your neck. And down your spine. Activating your spinal fluid with light, with Reiki, with holy fire, with healing. Feels good. We're just continuing that breath. If you want to continue the humming, you can. And just imagining the light continuing to flow onto the top of your head, into your skull, to meet the snake in your spine. And just imagine now, the very top of your skull, there is a little opening. As if there's a hinge and you can just boop, pop it right open. Like that. What's that guy from Nightmare Before Christmas? The one with the soup, who eats the soup, the frog soup. You guys know what I'm talking about? Imagine his skull is your skull. And you're just popping it right open with your mind, with your energy. And just imagine all these negative thoughts in your brain, whether they are conscious to you or not, imagine them flowing out of the top of your skull, through this opening, through this hinge, and picture them as if there are white doves flowing out the top of your head. Perhaps you can't picture this or see this, but just know that it's occurring. And just feel the sensation on the top of your crown, feeling like tingling, like little pins and needles in a pleasant way. And releasing these thoughts, shifting these thoughts, moving these thoughts. Breathing them out, watching them fly out the skull, out the skull. And where these thoughts remain, we are replacing them with healing light, with Reiki, and with holy fire energy. And just placing them into the skull, and then just gently closing the hinge, sewing it back up, putting your hair back, your skin back, allowing you to integrate with this energy. You can bring your hands to your heart wherever you are, if you're laying or sitting up. And just check in with your body. How does it feel in this moment? Bring your shoulders down. Maybe you need to do a little stretch. Maybe you do a little child's pose. Shake your legs. Or maybe you just fall right asleep. That's okay. Just continuing to breathe. When you're ready, you can come and open your eyes, or you can just simply rest here. I'm gonna pull a card for us, a message that wants to come through, a reminder for us. Oh, well, two of them just flew out of the deck, so. These are our messages. It's backwards, so I'll read it. You can look at the images. Visions, and you can't find your goodness because you lost your heart. So just reminding us that our heart and our third eye, these energies that we want to connect with, are open and available to us, but we just need to get some stuff out of the way first, forgive ourselves for certain behaviors, release habits, release thought patterns, so that we may get to this space of our true self where we can feel that goodness in the heart, that gooiness, that meltiness. And it's not always easy. Well, most of the time it's very difficult. So just forgiving ourselves for feeling like we can't achieve the things we desire. I like this. These are I'm going to share the message from the book because I love these. This is the Iris Oracle deck from Mary Evans, Spirit Speak. And I love her messages, so I'm going to share them with you guys. Because usually there's something that I want to hear in her little book. So, you can't find goodness because you lost your heart. And this might be a message for me, for one of you, for all of you. So, in a world that keeps turning, keeps moving forward, there is not always the time and space to recover from wounds and traumas. In order to function, make the rent, appear like you're okay, you abandon your heart behind because it's too hard to face. Healing isn't always hearts, rainbows, and bubble baths. However, it's super nice when it's like that. Healing is also looking at your broken and blue heart and how it got that way. So yeah, like the practice that we just did, looking at what we want to forgive in ourselves, releasing the negative energy from us, taking a moment to look at that. And right now it's like a lot of this stuff has slowed down. Yeah, we still have to pay our rent and do this stuff and be in capitalist society, but we do, most of us, not all of us, I know some people still have to work very, very hard. But some of us have more time right now to go into these parts of us that we haven't looked at in a very, very long time. Or parts of us that are inherited from our families or society that we need to work on healing, that we would like to work on healing in order for us to move forward and call back our heart to ourselves, call back our passion to ourselves, the romance for ourselves, whether that's love or not, but it's all love. Healing is also looking at your broken and blue heart and how it got that way. Learning to cope and to step forward is sometimes all that you can do, but don't forget that other people are in your life and they might try to touch your heart. So you might have to travel back and make amends with what you abandoned to survive. It's not easy. I know you can do it. You can dive deep into your fears and hard times and tender broken bits because you're strong. Look at you. You know that. So I really love her messages, and that's exactly what we're doing through this practice, is taking a moment to go back in time and look at the things that we want to forgive. And like I said earlier, maybe it is having a conversation with someone, and maybe it's just writing them a letter and burning it. And we have visions. We're expanding our ability to see, both literally and figuratively. So the message from Mary, which I agree, now is not the time for work and production. It might be a slower time. You need to be more still now. You have access currently to new ideas and visions for your future makings. It's also time to be alone to better have a closeness with this information you're receiving. So yeah, doing these practices, we are expanding our intuition so much through meditation and through Reiki. So just having that time to kind of integrate the information you're receiving in this moment. And maybe we need to push forward on certain things, and maybe other things need to take a back burner. So not feeling like we have to achieve all the time, and realizing we are not our accomplishments, which is always trouble for me. So I have to learn to take thy own medicine. But yes, thank you so much. It's great to pull these cards and them to be a direct, perfect reflection of our practice today. And I know that's always how it goes with magic, of course. So thank you guys for joining me for another meditation, day 12 of my 30-day meditation practice. I will be back tomorrow. If you haven't watched any of the other meditations, they are up on my page, on my IGTV, on my page. So you can watch them. Each one is about 30 minutes. Every practice is different. Sometimes they're healing journeys. Sometimes it's more of a breathing practice. My throat is like shifting a lot, so I know we're moving so much energy. And I also feel a lot of release in the legs, so I'm hoping that is true for you too. And also, if you do not know, Reiki energy is sentient. It flows and goes wherever it needs to within your body. So I might have been describing it flowing into here and then into here, and then we did the skull. But it's going to go where it needs to go. So you might have experienced something way different. You might also not feel it. Doesn't mean it's not working. Sometimes it's working on a subconscious level. So it's working on our life and all the bits and the brains and the neurons and everything else. But we might not physically feel it. So thank you again. And we give thanks to ourselves for showing up for this practice. Day 12 of 30 days of meditation with me, Grace Lannon. We give thanks to our guides, our angels. Give thanks to this healing Reiki energy for working with us. Giving thanks to ourselves for allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and bring things to the surface. And if it felt very difficult for you, you can always go back and try this again and again whenever you need. And it's a simple practice, so you can do it on your own without my guidance if you need that as well. So thank you so much. And again, we ask to close this portal through all time and space, allowing this energy, this Reiki to stay enclosed in this recording so that anyone may receive it, whether they watch this now or later. I ask to call all of my energy back to my body now. Sending everyone's energy that is in my space, in my field now, to them, back to their house, back to their body. Thank you so much for joining me today. And we will be back tomorrow for another meditation. And yes, please drink a lot of water, especially with these emotional stuff that we're moving and shifting. Some of it's very, very old. It's been in your body a long time. Some of it's from your past lives or from your grandma's body. So we're moving a lot. So just drink extra water. And maybe you can take a shower tonight to continue to cleanse before bed. So thank you again. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.